listening to Her Profit Era, the podcast for founders who want a business that actually works. A business that's profitable, predictable, and pays them well. I'm Cindy Kumar, a CPA, a fractional CFO from Abbotsford, BC, Canada. I'm the person founders call when they're tired of high revenue months with no money left over. I started this podcast because too many founders were chasing sales while their margins, cash flow, and bank accounts told a completely different story. I believe profit and money in the bank is the standard, not a bonus, and that every founder deserves clarity around their numbers. Each week, you'll get real financial strategy you can actually use and honest conversations with founders and industry experts about what it really takes to build a business that lasts. Melissa and Joanna are the founders behind Taste the City, a fast-growing food and tech experience changing the way people explore local restaurants across Canada. What started as an idea to make dining out feel more exciting, effortless, and community-driven has quickly turned into one of Canada's most talked about culinary experiences. Together, Melissa and Joanna have built a tech-led tasting experience that guides guests through curated restaurant stops without the stress of planning where to go or what to even order. Their mission is simple: help people reconnect with their cities, support local restaurants, and create memorable experiences through food. Joanna first came up with the idea while studying urban planning and local food systems, inspired by her travels in Italy and her passion for community connection through food. Melissa brought her background in storytelling, social media, and brand marketing to help scale the vision into the experience-driven company that it is today. Since launching in Calgary in 2024, Taste the City has expanded into cities across Canada, including Vancouver, Toronto, Banff, Victoria, Edmonton, and Niagara Falls, even earning national attention after appearing on CBC Dragon's Den. So let's get into the conversation. Hi, Joanna, Melissa. Thanks for joining me on Her Profit Era.
Thanks for having us.
I'm excited to chat. I feel like so much has happened since I last saw you guys in Calgary, I think back in October.
Yeah, so much has happened. I'm going live on Instagram now, so I'm gonna show everyone what's happening. We're on a podcast right now. Her profit era. She is like a finance goddess. So you want to listen up.
Thanks, Melissa.
Each other was at the Dragon's Den day, right?
Yeah, in Calgary.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you guys couldn't tell me anything about the episode or anything that happened.
That we still have like certain things we're not allowed to talk about, like the ins and outs of the deal, but we're allowed to kind of like talk about certain portions now
Yeah,
more.
I'm excited. How did you guys come up with the idea of Taste the City?
I was studying like food culture in Italy and the slow food movement and
Oh,
how
wow.
important local restaurants are to like the resiliency of a city. And when I was there, I really wanted to do a food tour, but it was kind of like in a group with a guide in the afternoon and it was really expensive. So but there was like no product to just help me hop around, make some
Yeah.
resumes, tell me what to eat, where to go. So I came back and I built it and we went to market with it and it's really popular. So it kind of just like pre-reserves 3 spots, 3 to 4 spots for you. Everything's prepaid, gratuity, so you just get to hop around, which you don't really have that functionality at like a sit-down restaurant. So it's created a very interesting product.
How long did like the whole testing process, like launching the app, take for you guys?
Oh gosh, I think we started probably, I would have come back from like a MVP, like probably a year just from a design, like how it was going to make money. I would set up and I like brought people on a tasting route and like kind of
Yeah.
like got them to all prepay ahead of time. And then I had to actually get restaurants onboarded to the program. And And then we actually had to like build it. And so we had to get it. We got a third party developer to kind of put that together, had to learn how to do wireframes.
Wow.
Like, there's just like a whole bunch of things that like I just didn't know. I just like learned on the spot, and which would be easier, so much easier now with vibe coding. But yeah, so I think it took probably about a year and a bit, and then Melissa came on with marketing and like kind of, and then gosh, made us known like my marketing that I
Made
was.
us known for hobby horsing. I'm kidding.
Mine was like, I think I did something at the zoo with like a whole bunch of like animals eating, and I was like, all right, isn't
Wow.
it? Like, yeah. Melissa's a goddess. Definitely needed for the product.
Like, call me up. I'm working at like a tech company doing social media for like, I love them, but it's like boring content, educational content. So when Joanna is like, you want to come on and here's the product, it's hopping around to different restaurants, getting different dishes. You don't have to think about anything, which I love because I hate when I have to make all the choices. Someone's like, you choose. I'm
Yes.
like, why do you hate me? Like, why do you hate me? So anyway, I'm like, I can sell this product because I love this. I love food. I'm a huge foodie.
Yeah,
And yeah, a night where you get to just experience and be present, and also be in business with your best friend. Like we
that's
manifested
so
this
cool.
when we were one. When we were one, no, when we were in grade one, I should say.
What has been like the most challenging?
So
I
many
mean,
things.
being non-tech founders in,
Yeah,
or no, sorry, tech founders in a non-tech background, we've had to grow significantly. But I would say we're both very scrappy and quick learners. When someone says you can't do it, we're like, okay, well,
yeah,
since you've said that, I've already read 5 books on it and now I know how to do it.
that's awesome.
What do you think,
Yeah.
Joe?
I truly think that there's just been like it is definitely still a bit of a man's world. There's definitely we are different in how we approach business, how we think about brand, how we don't necessarily fit like even in all of the accelerators and incubators and stuff, you have to like fit into a vertical. Like you have to fit into like one box, like, are you tech or are you agriculture? Are you food? Like, and they just like
Right.
never know where to put us. And so it's always like interesting. I'm like, you guys want innovation, and like, yet you want us to fit within this model. And I just have found that kind of a bit challenging to be innovative and try something different and try and be like, but why do we do it that way? But like, couldn't we try it this way? And like,
Right.
um, so that's been really interesting. But we've created we've created a really good business model for ourselves in the sense that we don't really need inventory,
Right.
and the restaurants the tasters pay us first for the product, and then we hold the funds and then pay the restaurants after consumption. So it creates it so that it's like we can grow kind of organically or very quickly, depending on resources. And yeah, it's been so learning new AI tools is like probably my biggest challenge right now. Like I just
Yeah.
need to know so many of them, and I'm like, but do I need to know all of them? Because is there like three that are gonna win it, and I should just be learn like just put my eggs in like the three? Like, oh gosh, AI. Yeah, no, that's a whole other kind of
Do you
worms.
guys ever worry about having like a supply issue with like the restaurant side?
I mean, yeah, we have to cast our net wide. Like
Yeah.
you'll have your ideal restaurants you really want. You're like, here's the top, top, top. And then so we definitely hit those and try our best to get those, but then we cast it wider into ones that we're like, we still are want them, but
Yeah.
maybe I hate to say that. Maybe they're not like our first pick, but they still, for us, the way we never really too much worry about that because new restaurants are always popping up. There's always
So
new
true.
inventory like coming into the scene, and new restaurants always love our program because then they get new tasters coming out. So I wouldn't say we worry about it too much, but it's definitely something we keep in mind. And so even when we have a good set of restaurants that are within our parameters, 4 to 5 stars for atmosphere and food,
Yeah.
we're always looking out to add more restaurants to our roster so that we do say if one restaurant is closed tonight, we can swap another one in, things like that. And that's kind of how we mitigate that issue.
And are you operating like across Canada or is it certain cities right now?
Yeah, we're fairly across Canada, but like we'd like to be in more cities. Essentially, like as soon as we have 3 to 4 restaurants in walking distance, we can like onboard a tasting tomorrow. So it really just
Oh, that's so
depends.
cool.
And like what we're really leveraging now is local people that want to be tastemakers and like food bloggers and food writers and people that have connections to restaurants that want
Yeah.
to maybe come on board with us and help onboard those routes and like promote those routes in their community. And so we're testing that out with a few different people in Canada right now, which is very exciting. And one in Lisbon, so exciting.
Oh, that's so cool.
So that's a really unique way for us to be able to kind of like share the model, keep it sustainable, keep it local. Because like, who are we to come into a city and tell you where to eat? But I would love to leverage somebody that already has that knowledge to tell you actually like some of the hidden gems that, like, if I go to Toronto and I was like looking on Google Maps, like, and I know because I did this research.
Yeah.
I looked on Google Maps where like all the places were and had reached out. And then when we drove down Queen Street, it was like 50% of them weren't even on Google Maps. I was like, what?
Oh, wow.
That place isn't listed. So it's
Yeah.
fascinating how many places that we probably still don't know about, even with, you know, all of the technology that exists, because there is a human touch and a human component to restaurants and taste and culture.
So
And so
true.
we really feel like we tap into that niche.
When it came to like Dragons Den, did you guys know you wanted to apply right away, or is it something just you saw auditions were happening and you're like, what's the worst that could happen? Let's just do it.
They reached out to us.
Oh, did
Yeah,
they?
Dragonstone came to us. We actually
Oh,
hadn't even thought of it, and then we got this email. Actually, did they DM us? The other DM, I think they
oh
DM'd us, and they're
wow.
like, "Hey, you're a Canadian startup.
Yeah.
We'd love you to apply." So that was kind of exciting. We're like, "Oh, hey, like, yeah, maybe we will."
It felt really nice. And our first video, because we didn't get in the first year, because I think we got it, we'd only make like $10,000 in sales or something. We were like
We're a
super,
little early. We're a little
Yeah.
young. We want it to be
yeah.
the best for you. So like, come back in another year.
I feel like we should show somehow that video that we produced though. It was
Oh my
like,
God. I
it
need to.
was,
It was so bad. I'm like standing in the cold, like, "Hey, dragons, this is what our business is." Like, I don't.
I don't know. I mean, it.
And then the second year, we just sent in like a funny reel that we have
Yeah.
actually. It's pinned to the top of our Instagram right now, and it's like me. It's doing like a fake sales video. Like, this is not a sales video. And then I walk
Yeah.
people through exactly what Taste the City is in a very cheesy, comical way. And we had no time, so we're like, "I'll just send them this," and then we got accepted. So I guess us being ourselves and being
Yeah.
silly worked.
And what was it like being like in front of the dragons, like actually pitching?
It was scary kind of at first, but you kind of forget that there's cameras after a while.
Yeah. I forgot that I was on TV. That was a problem.
Oh wow.
I have a bit of an off the cuff sense of humor, and I think I made a couple comments.
That's amazing.
That's a man's offer. Oh
Which makes
God.
some people like, I can't believe you said that. That's so rude. We're like, first of all, it's a joke. But like,
Yeah.
second of all, it's kind of true.
Yes. Also true. Oh man. Yeah.
And did you go into the den like hoping for a deal or feeling like you would get one? Or were you just like just seeing how it goes?
Well, we really wanted to like get on TV.
Like,
That was
yeah,
definitely
the
like our
awareness piece.
but we weren't expecting, like, to be honest, like Brian was not the dragon that we would have gone with. Like he was actually like our last choice.
Yeah.
And so we didn't even invite him on like the
No, we thought it was gonna be Steve-O. And so like,
we thought it was gonna be Simu. We
Yeah.
wanted Simu.
we wanted to see him. And apparently he was like the year before, and we're like, wait, how did we get that wrong?
They were like,
Yeah.
and literally they were interviewing us right before we went on stage. It's like your pre-interviews, and they're like, which dragon are you most excited about meeting? And we're like, Simu, and they're like, he's not
Oh,
even on this season.
oh.
Heartbreaking.
So freaking.
So many moments that we wish that we had filmed ourselves somehow
Yeah.
that we could have had the final edit because there was like some really like some like the skit that we did that was so epic that we just like don't get that footage, and that's really the saddest part for us. I was like, damn it, I wish we could have like put our phone down
Oh
and
yeah, and just got the behind the scenes.
filming of it, but yeah, they would never let you do that.
Yeah, I
So,
heard like you get an hour and they only show like 7 minutes on TV.
yeah, we were in there for a full hour, and like we had such a good skit that we had practiced all week, and like
Yeah.
even the producers were some of the younger ones were sad that it didn't get aired.
Aw.
The older producers didn't understand it.
Before like even like pitching on Dragon's Den, did you feel like it was hard to like showcase like how the app kind of worked?
Like, I think that it's just an innovative concept, so people don't really kind of get it until like sometimes until you experience it. I think we're getting better at refining kind of how we pitch it every day. Like you've got just always get better kind of with that, and as your product evolves and how you're talking about it. So, I think that that just like continues to grow as our product grows, and I think the exciting part, like we had a business, like a big corporation reach out to us from Calgary yesterday that was like, our employees keep talking about your program.
Oh,
Can we
wow.
get involved? And I was like, oh, okay, well, that's cool. So, like word is starting to spread about it, which we find really exciting because it is novel and it is different and you can't really recreate this very easily on your own. And so we are offering like a great service and people are returning and loving it and spreading the word. And that's what we love to hear. So
That's awesome. And are you guys still going through like the due diligence process with Brian? What does that kind of look like from investment standpoint?
Do I break the news? we, we walked away just recently.
Oh,
Uh,
wow.
so we decided that it was not the best fit for us. So at the end of the day, like if we can't trust our gut, trust ourselves and believe that we can make this business happen without taking a business that's maybe a deal that's less than ideal for us, then what do
Yeah.
we have? And so we really felt like the bet needed to be on us. We needed to take a risk on who we are and what we know we can build.
Do you guys have other investors or is it just you two?
well, too, but we are opening around and we're going to go back. We like after kind of we walked
Yeah.
away from the deal, we just took a hot minute that we're like, you know what? We have inventory to sell. So we've just been like leaning on that sales levers, like grinding hard, like just the two of us. And our sales are up like from March, they were up like 135%
Wow.
last year. And like, and so we've really like, we consider ourselves like still in year three of our MVP. If you were to consider like often how these types of things go, we just happen to be making revenue during our MVP. And that's like what we kind of consider instead of having like a burn rate, we've actually just like created something that's working and that we're going to continue to like test out things of how we can build the best business model with it. And so, and that's kind of what we're testing right now with those, as we call them, tastemakers, like so those people that are building routes places and how we can create more distribution and how we can create it like a way to monetize like the knowledge and contacts that those food writers have. Because now in a world where, you know, whatever is written by AI for writers, which, you know, I actually have my own opinions on that,
Yeah.
but anyways, that's for another podcast.
Yeah, it sounds like the biggest thing for you guys is like relationship building right now.
Yeah, it's really key. People, people, people. We always say
Yeah,
that about business. That's what business is about.
Yeah,
so
this is
true.
cool. And also, like for those of you who don't know what Taste of the City is, like you guys forget to literally explain our product, and we're just
Yeah.
like going off on tangents.
Just getting
Last
into the
podcast one,
conversation.
Joanna's like, she texted me, "Did we even explain what Taste of the City is?" And I was like, "No," but hopefully it'll make them curious. Go
Yeah,
look it up. Basically, we're a tasting experience that digitally guides you via text message to 3 to 4, sometimes 5 in Calgary restaurants all in one night, and everything is pre-curated. Like your dish, you don't look at a menu, nothing. You literally just get to show up, get served a dish, and then in like 35 minutes you get a text from us with your next spot is going to be, and it's all a mystery. And every spot is walking distance, and so it's a really great way to get to know your local downtown, get to know your local restaurants, but also if you're visiting a restaurant, not put all your eggs in one basket, and you get to try out a few different spots. And they're all pre-vetted, so you're kind of getting the insider knowledge. Did I
that's so
explain that good,
cool.
Joanna?
That was great. That was excellent. Like, good job, CMO.
Joanna's usually the one doing this part, so I was like, I'm
Oh,
gonna
is
take over.
she?
Really
And
good.
then when someone is like choosing the experience, do they put in like any allergies if they're vegan, vegetarian, like all those kind of things ahead of time?
Yes, they do. Yes, you can put in your dietary restrictions. In fact, that's why people who have restrictions love us, because someone who typically, like that can't do a food tour or can't do a food experience, um, because they're not able to say ahead of time. It's just like all prepared. So the fact that kind of that's all in beforehand, our restaurants are very much like know what's going on, and so we haven't had any issues. In fact, it's been like really great in that capacity.
Yeah,
That's so great to hear.
like they're all like sit down restaurants that are 4-star plus where you get dine in service and have a drink. So all of the chefs, we just let them know ahead of time and they set things. So.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, because I feel like that would be the biggest concern when someone's trying to do a food tour. Like, how about my allergies or like any restrictions that I have?
Yeah, exactly.
What has it been like trying to manage like the finances? Have you guys been working with an accountant, bookkeeper?
I love finances. Who doesn't love finance? My favorite day. I avoid them for as long as I can, and then I get in
Yeah.
trouble, and I'm like, oh gosh, I should have been doing so much better. I have a very lovely cousin who took care of like my kind of my taxes and stuff, which like I just like send it. It's like a wizard. Like I just send it and hope that he does the things. I think I was pretty at the beginning, I was very close to it in the sense that like did all of my own bookkeeping, did like when it was very
Wow.
small, did all of the tracking of like when we would get the restaurant paid and how much the taster, but when you grow kind of as we've been growing, it's kind of like okay, well, we're gonna have to clean up the books at some point. And so
Right.
I've attached to like QuickBooks and things like that. And created financial modeling and done all of the financial modeling and stuff. But yeah, it's you know, I sometimes am in a mood for it, but not always my favorite thing.
That totally makes sense.
What about you, Melissa?
Find
Have you
someone to bring on the team who loves
yeah,
finances.
you love finance? Nah.
We do
I
love saving money and making money.
Yeah.
That's the thing is that like from a cash flow perspective, Melissa and I like bootstrap like we're so good at like what to intentionally spend money on that we actually closely see the results, able to
Yeah.
like work make a small budget go a really long way. Those are like some of the superpowers that we have when it comes to finance. What we're probably working on getting better with is like how to spend money more so on like the side of like so that we can accelerate that growth. But I think that in an MVP, you kind of should just like test things a little bit more and we're
Right.
conscious. So a little
Yeah.
flipper.
And what's like one money lesson you wish you would have like learned sooner?
Like in life or in the business?
I would say in the business.
Like in life.
Like, oh,
Um,
like,
I feel like trust ourselves more.
hmm,
I think we took some advice in the beginning, like when we did have some infusion of money, and kind of went the typical route of, oh, we should spend our money on this party marketing, instead of going with our instincts and kind of putting that money behind ourselves and what we know works. And I don't mean ourselves in terms of salaries, but ourselves in terms of, oh, we know what ads to create, we know how to boost them, we know how to get in front of our audience. But I think in the beginning, you're really trying to try things out. And so that's not necessarily wrong. I think it's actually a really important part of building a business is like learning and
Right.
trying things out because then you never know otherwise. And it's not like those things were failures because they weren't. They did help us in certain ways. But we
Yeah.
can see how when we put some of that money behind what we're creating and the stuff that we're doing, we saw a much bigger return.
yeah,
So,
I agree. And that's the thing is that the ecosystem actually comes at you as a founder in a way that you have to really filter through almost like what's spam and what's not. Like
So
we ended
true.
up, I'm not even gonna like say the names of anything, but we ended up on a call today that like really made it seem like we'd been selected to be a part of this pitch competition thing. We ended up on the call and like 20 minutes in realized it was a sales call and they wanted us to pay them to be
Oh,
there.
wow.
And so
Yeah.
it's just like, and there's so much of that, and they make you feel like, especially when it comes to advertising and third party advertising, they kind of wine and dine you. They kind of like, but not only wine and dine, because like we're not really bought, but they make you seem like they're so excited about your product. You're the next best thing, and all of like they kind of like stroke your ego in a way. And we were able to, at first, we were kind of like a bit deer in headlights. We're like, oh, like I'm very
Yeah.
flattered,
All these opportunities.
and then it's kind of like pressure you to spend money and like that you think you need to. And so
Mhm.
there's definitely now deciphering like, oh, I'm sorry, we don't have money. Like, is that okay? Like, we have no money. Like, I can say that like off the bat, like, sure, I'll take the call, but just so you know, we don't have a budget. And
Yeah.
like, and then that kind of
We don't have a
filters.
budget for this.
We'll reach out if we have a budget for you. And so, and again, what Melissa said, like if we had have taken some of that money that we put into third party marketing and put it behind boosting our own ads and things, I think that we would have probably been a bit further along. But you don't know that
So true.
now we know that, and now we know what works and converts, but you're learning.
Yeah, so true. I did that at the beginning too. I was working with a marketing agency. They're running ads and it just didn't work. Like I was bringing in more clients organically,
Mhm.
but you don't know until you actually like test it out.
Yeah.
One that actually, like, I think is just one that we didn't have enough follow up with, but I'll always give a shout out to Pipe Rich. They were this, we met them in a pitch competition in Waterloo, and they attached like an AI to our LinkedIn, but like also like
Yeah.
connected with people within our ICP, and then they did A/B testing to like get team builders and like build us this corporate group of HR people on our
Oh,
LinkedIn
wow.
profile. And
Yeah.
so that was like super helpful. We just like then were inundated with messages, and we on our end couldn't follow up. So now we're working on kind of like what it looks like on the back end for automation after the automation begins
Yeah.
so that we don't get flooded. But things like that were actually, those ones were like really helpful and intentional, and ones that I would put money behind again.
That totally makes sense. Are you guys paying yourselves like a comfortable amount, or is it mostly bootstrapping and putting everything back in the business?
Everything's going back in business right
I
now.
was just
We just feel like that's the move. And that's kind of when I said we're putting the bet on ourselves, like a bet in this business. And we don't, at this point, want to take that out of the company. We want to give it the best shot it can get, you know? So
We
that
are
totally
the
makes sense.
epitome of starving founders right now, like in my car. Yeah, but at the same time, we really, I think that it will be, I think it'll be worth it at the end. I think that we'll really thank ourselves that we kind of like took this moment. And again, we're doing kind of like an angel raise right now. And we think that that's the best route.
Yeah.
VC kind of went down the VC route. We talked to a few VCs. I think a VC would kind of like crush the goodness of what we're doing, in a way, the magic of what we're doing, and try and like kind of fit us into their machine of what they need
Right.
to right to. And like it is a bit of a broken system. So maybe the right VC one day, but what we saw was not a fit for kind of the model that we were envisioning. And we really think that we have quite a visionary model. So we have a group of angels that we're actually think putting together, and that also helps the network effect as well when you're thinking about where your capital is going to go. Is then they all become advocates of the business, and
So
that
true.
helps us, especially if it's like professional groups and things like that.
How are you finding like investors or even like connecting with different people?
Talking about it, like go.
Yeah.
Um, I talk about it in the airport lines. I talk to the person who's
Wow.
on an airplane. I like, it's actually, that's probably, I would say, the biggest takeaway from Dragon's Den for us is the hook of being able to say that you're on Dragon's Den. Because as soon as you say that, people want to talk to you about it.
Yeah.
And so that for me is just like, just been something I continue to talk about. Getting involved. The incubators can sometimes be really time consuming and don't always, in my opinion, lead to investments, but trying to just like, just literally talking to everybody. The people that I are in our angel network are not the people that I thought of or approached or reached out to on a cold call. Hey, Melissa, like, can you think of anybody that was just like random?
no, but and I would say that we reach out even to just like we put it out there into our community because we have people interested that are the people that actually love Taste of City and have used our product and they're like, hey, I believe in this product because I love it and so I want to invest in it. And so we have actually found that as well. So it's like you just never know who really, you don't always know who's championing you and who's listening, even on interviews and podcasts and things like that. And so that's actually really beautiful to see that.
So true. How do you guys make decisions? Like, do you guys both have to agree on something? How does that work?
Unanimous. We haven't had a single decision we haven't made unanimously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if we can't come to an agreement on it, there's a reason why. That one of us is like, well, we'll be like, well, but why are you so sketched out about that? feel
Yeah.
like that's your intuition almost more than my own sometimes. So like
Yeah, like if one of us is sketched out, then we pretty much trust the other person, like, or we'll have a really good talk to get down to what it is. And maybe
Yeah.
it's something that's not related, and we're like, okay, well, now we've worked through it. But that's kind of the magic between us is that we always can come to a decision together.
yeah, 100%.
What does it like the next 3 to 5 years look like for you guys?
Ooh, that's a fun vision board.
Domination.
Yes, legitimately. Well, we have a goal of being in 1,000 cities in 24
Wow.
months. I know, like I keep saying that, and that was like 6 months ago, so I'm down to like 18 months at this point in time. But we really
Yeah.
think that we can 1,000 routes globally is our moonshot. And I think that we can get there. I'm really excited for us to get there and be able to it not only be about food, but like city exploration in general and just providing more access for people to explore, especially on foot. I'm a big advocate of like walking around, utilizing transit, and like I think it'll be really great when we can integrate with some of those bigger systems as well. The project is also going to be studied as a transdisciplinary research project at U of C. So
Oh,
it's like
wow.
connection between like business and geography. And so so I'll be helping and studying that as well. So that's like just super
That's so
exciting.
cool.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
And I would say our new model with these, we talked a little bit about tastemakers. And so that's our new model moving forward is using locals in their communities, and they're actually going to be creating these routes. And so it's very new, but we've already had five reach out to us, and like three of them are in Europe. And so we might
Wow.
have by the end of like in the next few months, we might have Dublin, Berlin, Lisbon,
That's so cool.
Shrewsbury. We might have those set up, and that's all because of the power behind these locals who already know their food scenes, know their food cultures, and have communities that basically want their taste. They're like, I trust that person's taste because you always have that person in the group and you trust
Yeah.
their taste. Maybe not everyone you would trust, but them you trust. And it's finding those people. And so we've already had those people reaching out to us. So if you're a tastemaker out there and you're interested and you want to like come on as like and try this out with us. Like we are in like this is your opportunity to get in bare bones. Like just try it out with us for fun. We're fun people to work with.
That's so cool. For the tastemakers, like, do they find their own restaurants and they taste test on their own, or do you guys have like a list of restaurants for them?
So we have that we want them to stay within. And then it's usually like like the people that we're looking for tastemakers are usually ones that already know the food community and already kind of like are like,
Okay.
yeah, I already can think of restaurants that I know that would be perfect for this and are excited about that. Like that's kind of the point of the role. And
Yeah.
somebody that typically can like walk into a restaurant and like the restaurant will be like, oh yes, no, for sure. Like deals with them already all the time. In different capacities. But it's also interesting, like a tastemaker is a little bit like, so Square Canada is one of our tastemakers. I would consider them.
Wow.
We're doing Square branded tasting routes across the country. And so that's a really like, they get to have kind of this institutional, exciting branded tasting route for their people as they kind of like roll out this whole concept of like walking within your neighborhood.
That's so cool. Do you guys have like a favorite route right now that you guys have done recently?
Oh gosh, I
Oh,
love our Vancouver.
how can you say we have a favorite route? They're all
I
good.
know. Like I think the one that I did well, like I did the Vancouver route and I just loved it. And I'm still thinking about it. It was so good. It was so filling.
Yeah.
Um, I kind of like now I really want to go like the Victoria route too. So great. Like the problem is that now we have multiple restaurants within cities, so there are so many
Yeah.
different routes to go on. So like in Victoria and Calgary and even Toronto, we have like multiple routes. So and we just like continue to grow in those cities, which is really great. I'm gonna go up and test our Edmonton one at the end of the month as well. I haven't done that in a while, and we got a new restaurant. So
That's so
gotta go
cool.
try some food. It's hard life.
Hard like food.
I'm building an Ottawa route right now, so if we have anybody that like wants to throw me some Ottawa
Shout out
ideas,
Ottawa. If you're from Ottawa, reach out.
I'm gonna
We're gonna
go.
do
I gotta be near the Parliament building.
near Parliament.
Near Parliament.
Putting it out there.
Put it out there. It's happening in like a week, so
How do you guys make sure like your routes are profitable for you with like the cost of food increasing, restaurants are increasing their prices? Like how do you make sure like you guys are still profitable at the end of the day?
Well, we always provide the restaurant with like a certain like price range that we work within.
Okay.
We have an automatic 20% gratuity. And for the restaurants, like most of the time they're like, oh, you're not charging us. So it's like we're free for the restaurants.
Yeah.
And then we just add our margin on top of that. And what we find is that we're actually like 30% cheaper than what a standard food tour would be. So
Oh,
people are
wow.
actually finding it more accessible pricing and at the same time really appreciating the service. Like when our pricing is just definitely not something that people complain about. They appreciate the service that we offer and making and organizing everything for them. So we can reasonably say that people will pay 30 to 40% more to not make decisions. It's
That's
not
so true.
Or for the people that, you just want everything planned for you. You just want to have a good experience. You don't want to have to do the research. Like there's a lot that goes into planning these things out. And we know because Joanna tried to do it manually and it's very difficult and very time consuming. And that costs something. Like that is a premium service. And so that's the premium service. Premium. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Service that we provide.
we keep you on budget because like you're for sure over order and like
So
over
true.
whenever you do it yourself. So like we actually like keep you within budget with your evening.
That's
So valid.
Yeah.
so valid.
I would say it's such like a great idea for men because they never like planning anything.
No, but to get them to make the first step to plan this is what we have. We have to do the first step.
Most of our buyers are women, of course, and they're actually usually planners love our product because they are tired of planning everything for everyone, and so they're just
Yeah.
like, plan it for me and my friends, please.
Yeah.
But we did, okay, I do have to say we had a man recently buy tasting and
You're gonna announce it.
he proposed to his girlfriend. Like, he literally was
Oh,
like, I'm
wow.
gonna propose to my girlfriend, and just so you know, and like the text messages going on between me and Joanna, like he's probably thinking like, I'm just gonna book the service because it'll be a
Yeah.
fun night out, and then I'll ask my girlfriend to marry. And here we are, like all caps, messaging each other, like, he's gonna propose. This is what I have to reach out to the chef, and she's like, I'll reach out to this chef. I'm like, I'll reach out to this chef, and we're like. Literally crazy. He has no idea how crazy we're going. And I'm like texting back and forth, like all of the things, and then like didn't hear back from him, by the way. Like after, like he was like, we had such a great time, whatever, whatever. And then so like a couple of days later, I'm like, two founders slash girls really want to know, like, did she say yes? Like praying he said yes, because like this could be awkward if she didn't. Anyway,
Yeah.
and he's like, first of all, loved it, like telling all my friends about it, and second of all, yes, she said yes. So
Aw.
we're matchmakers now.
Officiants. Like we're gonna do tasty weddings. Like feel
Yeah.
free to reach out to us. Be a great wedding, actually. Like think about it. If you could just like get married and eat along the way, like sounds
Yeah.
great.
God.
That's such a great experience.
Do it. So
And you can tell like how passionate you both are about the experience, even the people booking.
I like to change people's brain chemistry when it comes to this. Like you're gonna go out now, like after a tasting experience, you're gonna just be like, why do I have to wait for a bill? And like why
Yeah.
are we going to more than one spot? Like I'm confused. Why do I have to sit here for 2 hours?
That's so true.
Yeah. It's so good to walk between and like walking around. It's good for your digestion. Like it's really good for your insulin levels, all those things.
Yeah, especially with like summertime happening now too.
Like,
Yeah,
everyone-
exactly. It's the perfect time to book. It's a perfect time to book.
Do you guys have like a maximum amount? Do you have like a maximum amount of like how many people can book a certain route on like a specific date?
Usually like just to go onto our site, you have to have it's up to 6 people, 4 to 6 people.
Okay.
But if you just reach out to us, and we actually, I just opened up a specific group booking in some of our cities, and I'll probably just need to add it to a few others. If it's not there, you just reach out to us and we just coordinate with the restaurants. But yeah, all of our restaurants, like especially in like, actually, I would say across the country in all of our cities are really fantastic with groups. We just have to kind of alert them ahead of time. It can't be something that you like book the day before for a Saturday night of a group of 20.
Yeah, so perfect for bachelorette parties, bachelor parties, birthdays. We have a lot of people using our product for that in groups and even corporate team builders. So yeah, just reach out if you have a group that's more than 6. We definitely put those together all the time, and they're super easy lift for us.
Is it just you two like running the day-to-day business, or do you guys have like contractors or employees?
It is Melissa and I.
Wow.
We are hearing from Kansas City. You are hearing from us.
Yeah, we're the info at. We are the
People
DMs.
to info at, or like,
We edit all the videos ourselves. We respond to your customer service inquiries.
yeah.
Yeah,
We,
no.
me and Joanna also realized we were like double texting people because it'd be like, oh, like some people are like, I haven't gotten the text yet, but it's just because they're like eager beavers, and I don't know if people still say that, but they're
Yeah.
just like weren't patient enough. And so then I'm texting them to be like, hey, this is Melissa from Teaser City. Like, no worries, your text will be coming through soon. But then like Joanna's doing the same thing, so like getting both of us. Like, okay, we should
Wow.
probably like align on this.
Joanna and Melissa are now both texting you to ensure that you're getting your text messages. And then the third text message comes through, which is it's working through the system anyways.
Yeah.
Getting bombarded. We
How do you guys like?
we
Sorry, go
believe,
ahead.
we believe in overserving. Reasonable hospitality.
I love being this close to the product right now, and I think we're trying to just like enjoy it while it lasts because
Yeah, it's
How do you guys like
Very-
manage your time? Like with your personal life, everything going on in the business?
time.
I kind of don't believe in balance. I kind of believe that you are always. No, what I mean is like some days you're gonna have to work long, long hours, and it's not a balanced day. But then the
Right.
next day you might make up for it by like, okay, I'm gonna take like a walk today in nature because I need to clear my
Yeah.
head. I believe me and Joanna are very like as women we work cyclically, like in a cycle. We don't
Makes
work
sense.
linear. And so if inspiration hits, you're gonna ride that wave and you're just gonna work,
Yeah.
work, and like let that flow happen. But then on days when you're feeling awful, you're not gonna push yourself to do all this really awful hard work because you're just gonna feel worse. Your creativity's gonna like go down, all the things that like you're not gonna stay in that flow. So
Yeah.
that's kind of how we balance it, but definitely things fall through the cracks. Like, we both have children that we have to drive to things and pick up, and
Yeah.
you're taking meetings from the car, and
Just making it work.
We are ourselves. Like I think and we just tell people like, no, I'm sorry. Like we do balance our calendars really well. Also, I make sure that I go to the gym every day. That's kind of like what I need to do, no matter what, carve out time for that and take creatine. But just take creatine. It's all you need to do.
Do you guys have like a morning routine or anything you follow?
I
Melissa
have a
got
very
Melissa
strict
the rest of the podcast now about her morning routine.
Now we're gonna talk about my morning routine. Actually, no, in my morning routine, like we're laughing because on my personal social media, like every single day I post almost the same video. And
Yeah.
it's like I get up, I make my coffee. I have this new espresso machine I've been learning how to use. So I make that, but I like film it because it's something in my brain that triggers this process of the day has begun. And
Right.
it's just
No,
doing that.
no. Melissa is mean until she has coffee. That is
I am
She's not-
what you mean is I'm not mean until I have coffee. I am clumsy. Like do not I should not be sending emails until I've had a coffee because nothing will
Yeah.
be spelt right. There will be no punctuation or it'll be in the wrong spots. Like and I will break things. I will like spill something on my laptop. I am just it's not that I'm just not functional. So I need I need that. So I get that. Then I go to my work, I work, and then I make like a beautiful breakfast, and it needs to be beautiful. That is key for me. That's go straight to work.
Yeah.
Joanna is the Energizer Bunny. I will say that. Like I thought I had energy, like, and I have
Yeah.
a lot. But then Joanna, if I'm like here, like here's everybody, like we're kind of like I'm kind of sitting here. Joanna is like just keep going, keep going. Her energy just keep going.
I always see your guys' like breakfast comparisons too, like who's is who.
I know we need to do that more because it's always very relatable. I think most people are Joanna though, like, and that's relatable.
Yeah.
This morning, and it looked really good. I took a picture actually. I'll send it to you after Mel because it would be, but it's
Or like
somebody else.
Joanna cheated.
Yeah, Joanna cheated with the chef. Like she's just like Melissa. Like I can't explain to you how much this girl is like, just like a walking Pinterest board. Everything she's just like,
Yeah.
he's beautiful as she walks with him, and just like she cuts star shapes into her cantaloupes. Like there's no competing with this breakfast.
Oh, I'm basically just a child, and I want everything to look cute and pretty before I eat it.
Like, get back to work, Melissa. Like, we don't have
And I
time.
have children, and I don't do that for my kids. Like, you don't get
No,
star-shaped
this
like
is for
melon.
Just for
us.
I
you.
get the star-shaped melon.
After she's had her coffee, like as soon as she's had her coffee, she can make the star-shaped melon.
Make those and memes and
Who is more of a bigger foodie?
Oh, I'm
he's both.
now. Yeah, now Melissa, like I think you'll eat anything. Is there anything that you won't eat now?
I still am not a big fan of like I love fish, but if it's like really like pickled fish or like fishy, it takes me a minute, takes me a second, but I will eat anything. And so will Joanna. But
Yeah.
she wasn't. When she was in grade 1, she didn't eat anything. Just like ham
Oh.
sandwiches.
When I was like, still in my 20s, I didn't eat anything.
No, you're right. In her 20s, she didn't eat anything but ham and cheese sandwiches. I don't know how you survived.
I actually don't know how I don't get scurvy. I like oranges, so it's good.
You like oranges? You didn't get scurvy. You eat oranges.
But no, I've changed my ways. I'm no longer a picky eater. But Melissa,
Joanna got
like,
me into oysters, so
I was just gonna say, like, Melissa would eat oysters, and I think was it pick? No, you've always loved pickles.
it's I always loved olives, but you got me into like like I always only was eating black olives, and she got me into like the big meaty like green olives.
Yeah.
Say that's also something you got me into.
It's really easy to like things though, and like and try new foods when you go to the restaurants that Taste the City offers all the time. Like our caliber restaurants, like you're going to a safe place where they're going to feed you good food. So I don't think
Yeah.
that I've been at any of our restaurants and haven't liked the food that they offer. So
Yeah.
What do you guys look for when choosing restaurants?
I mean, we look for it to be sit down, and it needs
yeah,
to be at least 4 out of 5 stars in like food, atmosphere. Sometimes atmosphere we will give a pass on in terms of say the food is outstanding and it's a bit of a hole, I don't want to say hole in the wall, but like a hidden gem. We will make exceptions for that because sometimes it's really fun to have a place like that on the route and we'll say like, hey, this place not like look, like the most amazing on the inside, but trust us, this is the insider knowledge. You're gonna want to eat here. And our tasters love that too. So, but generally 4 to 5 stars, sit down, you can get a cocktail. Yeah.
with Niagara Falls, actually, it's really exciting because we're doing a stocking opportunity where kind of
Oh,
like we
wow.
plan a day at Niagara, which we've kind of selected because there's so much to do when you for Niagara Falls, but we've picked kind of like a really easy package for you to do a day. So you like go on the simulator at first, which is like you kind of learn all about Niagara. And we were thinking the simulator was going to be cheesy, and we
Yeah.
ended up loving it so much. And like I can't wait to go back. It was actually like fantastic. And then afterwards, you go for like a bite to eat right on the falls that you were just learning
Wow.
about. And then finally, you go to the power station at the end and you actually get to like experience the big light show and their fireworks and all of the things. And like you get to like really like experience what you just learned about on the simulator. So really excited about like kind of the stacking opportunity that we provide as well in that. And it'll be the first digital guidance tour experience in Niagara Falls like ever.
Wow.
So that's really exciting.
That's amazing. You guys should be so proud of yourselves.
You.
Yeah.
What is the best way for our audience to connect with you or just learn more about the experience?
I mean, if you just want to learn about it, I would say go to either our website, tastethecity.ca, go to our Instagram, full of what Taste the City is. If you want to book, we have a tasting site. You can either look, like literally, if you Google Taste the City, our SEO works so well, and we will come up. And you can book straight on our site. But also, if you're an Instagram girly, you can go to or TikTok. You can go to our link in bio and book a tasting. Click that link. That's the best way to do that.
Thank you so much, Melissa and Joanna, for your time.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us, Cindy.
If you're a founder who wants real strategy, not noise, and you want someone in your corner helping you build a business that feels aligned, is profitable, and actually supports your life, you can apply for CFO on Call. This is my one-on-one financial partnership for established founders, typically making between $500K to $2 million, who want clarity, who want structure and confidence with their numbers. The link is in the show notes so you can schedule a profit strategy call, or you can DM me CFO on Instagram at It's Cindy Kamar, and I'll send over all the details.